Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, off into a riveting 1v1 on a glorious Crossroads, and off it is Gstar. A Smurf account for some other player, don't know who that is though. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here with the... let's just go over 17th SS Panzergrenadier Division, Götz von Blitzkrieg, here with Blitzkrieg, German infantry and mobile defense, with anti-tank and machine gun infantry. Versus south it is Eisernes, Kreuz. Fighting for America, freedom, democracy, the 6th Armored Division, here with Armored Company, Rifle Company, and Mechanized Company with triple infantry. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons, supporters, these champions, these heroes of the Propagandacast for keeping in the business. You too can join the heroic ranks by pledging on Patreon yourself. You can always just donate. A link's in the description for the Patreon or PayPal. Always comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, keep the YouTube algorithms engaged. Double Drive Squad here for Kreuz. Gunner the MD42 here for Gstar. Quickly securing the car punt to make it a bit harder for Eisernes, Kreuz, of course, to make a beeline forward and get stuck on it. Reasons Eastern McForce there. Carbine set at the ready. Alright, guys, if you see any crouch, you know what to do. Yeah, surrender. No, shoot. Oh. God damn it. Why would you surrender? I mean, you know, they got really nice uniforms. I'd hate to ruin them. How the hell did you even get into the army? Well, I got drafted. That explains it. And it's going to move up the eastern side here. On the west side, we've got pioneers, more sandbag, barbed wire there. Very thorough work by Gstar. Eisernes Kreuz here commits to Armour Company. Ooh la la. Assault Engineers, Elite Vehicle Crews upgrade. The M10 Wolverine Tank Destroyer, the 105mm Bulldozer Sherman, and finally the 240mm Howitzer Barrage. Double Grenadier there for Gstar MD42. West side, we got pioneers moving forwards. Ground Lewis and Pont with the MD42. Third Rifle Squad there for Eisernes Kreuz. Rifle Squad holding back here for Gstar. Grenadiers almost got the road point there. Bit aggressive spread out here for Gstar. Of course, always something you need to be careful about is the Wehrmacht. Since if you leave your machine gun exposed, it can quickly push back. Plus, the Grenadiers are typically not infantry that goes well one-on-one with, you know, a lot of other basic infantry, particularly the Rifle Squads. There you go. Signals up right. Should be able to turn the tide here for Gstar here in this engagement. There we go. Eisernes Kreuz very wise to just hitting the retreat here rather than try to fight out the engagement. Maybe get some kills. He'd probably lose more than he'd get out of it. Rifle Squad coming up here. West side here we got Gstar moving forwards for the pioneers. Machine secure on the western fuel point. Third Grenadiers are almost done, pushing forwards here. Looks like he may just go straight for the car point here and disrupt Eisernes Kreuz resource, but he's doing the same again for the fuel point here. That's set. The Grenadier squad should be able to double in and deal with it. West side we got pioneers with Rifle Squad losing Ludwig immediately. There's Rifle Squad, puts him down like a rapid dog. Rifle Squad sending out there. Lieutenant Eisernes Kreuz, standard stuff. Worth noting, we aren't seeing any assault units, which is what like most players, if they go for the doctrine, will do. So he's clearly just planning it for some of the later stuff like the M10s and the Bulldozer Sherman, maybe the artillery. Moving about here, not pushing for the car point with the Rifle Squad. Here moving about, he is pulling back the Grenadiers at the front line to cut off the easy retreat for the Rifle Squad, and I think just force a fast retreat on them. Like Eisernes Kreuz, of course, could just try and delay here, buy time for the rest of the force to work elsewhere. Bit risky, but at the same time, can take the fuel point and other points. And he's pushed back the Rifle Squad there. Very good. Point there secured. Tech almost down there for Gstar. MD4 doing the Rifle Squad on the west. Rifle Squad routed. Rifle Squad's pressed by the MD32. And there we go. Tech also down there. Very good. Lieutenant up there. So both players having recently teched up at the same time. Though, of course, the Americans do get the advantage of the free lieutenant. One of the major advantages of the American faction, of course, is they get free units as they tech, plus they don't have to build the structure either, so it's probably the fastest and most efficient of all the tech structures, simply because you get stuff from it. Then he's moving up here, finding the taking heavy loss on that squad. He probably should just hit retreat there, to be honest. Like, obviously draws away fire from the other units, but that could also backfire then Gstar, I feel. But either way, there we go. Could try and rifle the lieutenant. Here we can see here Eisernes Kreuz forming up a desperate defense for the car point, home to keep the fuel flowing for freedom and democracy. Opening up here for a potential flank with the Rifle Squad moving in there. Could actually take out the Grenadiers here if Gstar isn't paying attention there. Go forcing retreat. Lieutenant pushing back here. More troops moving forwards. And we got the Mechanized Command post going up for Kreuz. As Gstar makes the push on the car point here. Rifle Squad moving up over here. Grenade here could of course be handy, but most players tend not to bother with grenades. So probably not going to go for that. M20 here being rushed by Eisernes Kreuz. And Bulldozer move. There go Rifle Grenades right into the midst of the infantry. And there we go. We could see Rifle Squad. No, nails for us. So that was a brutal Rifle Grenade here from Gstar. right into this of Eisernes Kreuz forces, causing humongous losses. But there we go. That said, he also extended his force. They're opening up for Ravscourt, perhaps getting right in the retreating units here. Possibly, unless Gstar gets very lucky, which it does look like he is getting fairly lucky there. Almost got the Pioneer Squad, they're almost guarded. Ambulance filling up here for Eisernes Kreuz and the 6th Armoured. The Pioneers there narrowly survived the encounter with Eisernes Kreuz infantry. Ground points here and there, very good. Troops reinforcing, ambulance almost done. But the M20 is done even faster. Medic bunker up there for Gstar. No light mechanized company yet. There we go. Could of course also add in a panzer gun. The escort light gun wants to go for some light vehicles. In particular, once of course he encounters the M20, I would be very surprised if he didn't go for a 2-2 to immediately try and hard counter that one. But obviously, of course, as Kreuz trying meanwhile to lay down some mines with it, since that could be quite effective. Doesn't allow it to shoot there briefly for some reason. Maybe it was a misclick, or maybe there's something else going on there within Eisernes Kreuz mine which we were not privy to. Light mechanized company almost on the Gstar. We got the Grenadiers bring up the eastern side. No upgrades yet for the Grenadiers as of yet. There we go. Armoured cars expected. As soon as you see the M20, we do get mines. We do get mines hidden here between the bushes, the hedges. Could lead to a nasty surprise here for Gstar with this light vehicles or a tank for that matter. 40 caught by the M20. The 50 car they're wrecking with the crew. Troops reinforcing healing. We're on the west side, going to push for this in fuel point. Very good, but Gstar, of course, doing the same with the eastern fuel point. Armoured car, though, we're right about down there for Gstar, for Deutschland. Pushing straight west with the Ravscourt, grab the car of road point there. Very good. Telemines of his own. Thumbs up there to Gstar. Very good to see both players winning. We can see Eisernes Kreuz, in fact, is being very enthusiastic with his M20 mines. 2 thumbs up. It also in particular helps that Gstar has gone for flamethrower upgrade on its Pioneers. Not expecting, of course, that Eisernes Kreuz would be laying down mines. And again, the average American player never lays down mines at all. So here Eisernes Kreuz exploits the laxity of most American players who just lay down a lot of M20 mines and possibly really ruin Gstar's there. This could become a beautiful example of why they can be really good. But there you go, Grenadiers Ravscourt Squad. That is still requires that the Gstar hits them, which he may or may not. But there you go, damage taking the armored comms. Got the Grenadiers here, forcing retreat. Could get a wipe action. There we go, he just land a wipe there. Great kill there for Eisernes Kreuz, and a slap across the face here for Gstar and the Germans. In the east here, we got Lieutenant here holding up against the Grenadiers there, pushing them back. Very good. Pack 40 filling up here for Gstar to help deal with the vehicles. Of course, should want some replacement infantry down the road as well. Panzer Grenadiers would be a good option. Could, of course, also consider Stormtroopers, but we shall see. Meanwhile, weapon racks here for Eisernes Kreuz, opening up for some BARs and some bazookas. Machine gun there caught out in the open here. Eisernes Kreuz not missing a beat here to exploit any gap here made by his opponent. Thumbs up there to Eisernes Kreuz. Thumbs up. Pack 40 almost done, plus replacement Grenadiers. No Panzer Grenadier here for Gstar. Grab these in fuel. Weapon rack unlocked. They found the keys. 50 cal flying up there for Eisernes Kreuz. Returning forwards here. Got the M20 engaging there with its 50 cal. The M20 utility car was a vehicle that was basically meant to support tank destroyers by acting as an observer with them alongside Jeeps. So, you know, technically fits both the M10 and the M36 tank destroyers. Little fun fact there. Grenadiers engaging the Lieutenant here. Quickly forced back though. Armoured coming forwards as well. Will there be any more mines here from Kreuz? He's just decided to choose enough. I mean, if he's going for weapon racks, so obviously he's not going to go for many more mines. But, you know, maybe one more mine in the right place could be a nice addition here. Light machine up for at least one Grenadier squad. Back here in Kreuz's base. Nothing further happening as of yet. Car there sneaking about, and there go Pioneers for the western point being attacked by 2 Ravscourts as Eisernes Kreuz once more orders the assault. Pioneers seeing where they can, and east here we've got the Ravscourt with support for them 20 getting the Grenadiers down to 2 men already. Heinz drops dead. Ludwig and Dietrich just gets the hell out of this guy. The armor car rushing and trying to assist the retreating Grenadiers, but risks getting knocked out itself. But looks like he's willing to sacrifice the armored car here for the safety of the Grenadiers. And we finally get talking to this Blitzkrieg. Could have popped that sooner, to be honest, then. Let's go for the doctrine, go for that, but oh well. Not sure I'm a huge fan of the doctrine. I feel like German infantry mobile defense would probably be more useful here for Gstar, but that's just me. I'll await armored car kaput. Nice kill. He actually goes for another armoured car rather than say try and take up, maybe go for some other stuff, but that's a bit interesting. Most players would not consider second armoured car heat in these circumstances. Fifth coming news was here, fixing up the M20, and of course we got the vehicle upgrade that means they basically get Thompsons. Repair stuff faster, and they also technically gain experience faster as well. Oh wait, bit handy there. Armoured comms done for Gstar. We do get some assault units fairly late here from Eisernes Kreuz, but better late than never. In particular, we get the flamethrower upgrade. This will concern add some punch here versus Gstar. Western points being secured here. Ground back the eastern fuel, though again, Gstar doing a great job there hitting Eisernes Kreuz carve point. Thumbs up. Turning pursuing the Grenadiers, got the M20 flying away there. Pack 40 holding up. Quiet in Gstar space, no attack. Got those assault units making the assault here. Straight to the MD42, they're going to take heavy damage here. Second Pioneer squad is replaced one lost. Will he go for flamethrowers? Will he go for minesweepers? What will Gstar do? Armored car backing up the Grenadiers, pursuing a rough squad or two. Chance of getting wiped here I think are fairly low, but not impossible. Possibly trick out the ambulance out there his base though. Could possibly do that. There we go. Quickly getting out of there. Causing some havoc inside of Eisernes Kreuz base. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Of course, a bit risky, so need to be careful there. Also needs to get his fuel point back there under control. Panzer going to be there for Gstar. Very good. Thumbs up. After that, I think he should consider some tech. As for Eisernes Kreuz, taking up for him would also be a fairly good idea.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
I've got Lieutenant sitting out there heading eastwards. Ground lost in victory point. We got 444 versus 500. We do get the flamethrowers ready there. Pioneers with minesweepers, so now they can spot the M6 anti-tank mines. Will he be laying down more though? This is the big question here. Will he be laying down more? Panzer Grenadier squad are ready. Effects bereit. In terms of teching, there is still not much happening there for Gstar. Lots of put an MD42 flying where they could opt into the competition round. There you go. Flamethrower his tank from an angle he's not going to be ready for. That's going to force the machine gun out there, and certainly proves good he didn't pop it there this time around. Repositioning in east here, we got Grenadiers being caught here. A Panzer like the Corporal Lieutenant, the Bravo squad there, taking heavy damage, forcing me to retreat. They're very good for Kreuz. Very fine around the western building here. That's the flamethrower is proving to be a thorn here in Gstar side. And there goes assault team moving from the east side continues. Flanking the machine gun force retreat. The armored car also in trouble there. Didn't get off an anti-tank ground grenade. Pack 4 repositioning. Troops moving forwards here. Rushing in to defend the car point here as Eisernes Kreuz keeps up the attack. Trying to realize as much as momentum they can versus Gstar. With some success in the west here. Pioneers push back. Protecting the mine effectively. Will he be laying down more mines here? Will he be trying or will he not? Still no take up there for Gstar. As for Kreuz, we do have the Magyar. Thumbs up there. Good timing there by Eisernes Kreuz versus Gstar. Again, as the Americans, it is easier to maintain good timing. Since again, all you need to do is just press a button. You got the structure, you got the tech done, and of course, you got the free universe development. You need to press the button to tech, then you need to build. And, you don't get anything stuff for free out of that. I'm trying to do a hot pursuit here. Not even a free Wiener Schnitzel. Bastards. Fifth card sitting up here, very good there by Eisernes Kreuz. Do finally get some take up there for Gstar. Thumbs up. Armored car keeping up pursuit there. We got 4 kills, half A22. Mine still hasn't been dealt with. Armored car could technically rush into it, set it off there, but will he? Will he? Oh no. Oh well. No additional mines here from Eisernes Kreuz though. Seems like he's quite happy with just those 2 mines, which is fair enough. And we got here Kreuz rushing out the M10 tank destroyer to help deal the vehicles. Of course, any armor here from Gstar. Plus, he can crush infantry fairly well. Of course, if it hits that telemine, that's not going to work out too well. Oh, there he is. There you go, M10 tanks are already based off the M4 Sherman chassis. Similar to the M36 Jackson tank destroyer. In fact, most American tank destroyers were in fact based off the chassis of something else. It was on the M16 Hellcat, or was the M12 Hellcat? Oh, the Hellcat tank destroyer that had the more unique design. There we go. Crushed the Grenadier squad there with a single run. Again, highlighting just the power of the M10 that way. Of course, it requires a bit of micromanagement, but you can see they can just quickly run over a unit before the unit can react. And I think had to nerf that several times because all USF players like just running over everything. East side, we got Ralph Scott Lieutenant going here for the Grenadiers and East, pushing them back, supported by the M20. More Grenadiers here for Gstar to replace the ones that well got turned into roadkill. No armor yet, though. Versus the M10, probably should consider some Stug, since they do provide better rate of firepower there versus the M10 compared to the Panzer IV. MG42 pushing back the M20. Got the M10 moving forwards. Equipped with a 3-inch gun. They briefly considered putting that one to the Sherman. By the time they had the gun ready and all that, the Sherman didn't have a sufficiently large turret to fit it in, so they kind of skipped that one. Artillery ring down here, courtesy of the Major under Eisernes Kreuz command. Also pushing the western fuel punch, making the push to the center. Thumbs up the Eisernes Kreuz. M10 rushes forwards. Panzer going to immediately retreat. Their Pack 40 setting up here. Also note to keep the resistance they're supporting with mines in case that Gstar demanding here with telemines, thus avoiding the M10 just rushing into one and getting destroyed. Good play there by Eisernes Kreuz. Good play. Solid and thorough. Got Grenadiers sweeping westwards there. No armor yet for Gstar. Goes for the command tank. Particularly as the M10, I can't help but feel that is a questionable decision here, but Gstar, I mean, of course, I'm not saying you should never go for it, but seeing his opponent rush out an M10, I feel like the command tank is a questionable choice, and because it's terrible versus the M10. Terrible. Del false waves opponent there. He's going to absolutely need some reduced things to trade with it efficiently, because the M10 otherwise just can like take on most medium armor fairly well due to its high mobility and high rate of fire. Ralph Scott moving forwards here. After we caught, we got another M10 there for Eisernes Kreuz. So again, also quite cost efficient, obviously. In fact, they are costing slightly less than a Stug, but have a turret and self-repair and a free blitz ability and armor-piercing rounds. Trying to get a wipe here with the Defense Panzerwagen. M10 good to go. He's going to need some Stugs. He's going to need to lay down a lot of telemines. He needs to like somehow just trade efficiently with these M10s. Rushing 40. Could be caught by the Pack 40 here.
M10 tank destroyer.
Got 374 to 487, and there we go. Second M10 ready for Eisernes Kreuz for freedom and democracy. So we'll see, of course, how G-Spawn responds to this strategy here from Eisernes Kreuz. M10 split up on the flanks. It looks like it's sending everyone on to converge with the first one. Not a bad idea. Business caught there, command tank moving forwards. Good snipe there from the command tank, blasting Lewis apart. East side here we got the Pioneers being basically grabbing the point next to G-Star's base. Bit of quad in there, go M10 on the move. Right, to say it's quiet, he charges forward, straight into the line of fire the command tank, which whiffs. Pack 40 isn't quite within range either, so the M10 easily disengages, with no threat here from Gstar, to be honest. Assault units moving forwards, on the fire from the Grenadiers with the light machine gun fire there, peppering their sides. Pioneers moving up the farther east. Command tank holding back here, bit of damage. Another Pack 40 for Gstar, no Stug. And Eisernes Kreuz, seemingly anticipating packs rather than Stugs, will go for the Scott to counter the Pack 40s. Obviously, had Gstar gone for Stugs, the Scott would have been a bit useless. Fifth moving forward into the Grenadiers line of fire, the command team to try and flush them out. There we go. Could take out the building. M10 fact lands a hit there. I think something does. Almost causing the building to collapse, clear the machine gun, but no. Gets out of there narrowly. Scott halfway done. Troops moving forward. Got the Panzer Grenadiers unleashing a torrent of lead here into the American troops. Aircraft crashing down here. Wrecking some bushes, but nothing else. Maybe a few squirrels too. And there, got at the same time M10 pushing 14 up, pack anti-tank mines ready. Pack 4 being caught up guard. Command tank there. Hauling back to safety. Other pack 4 being got the armored car about to get knocked up with the M10s. Popping smoke, but I don't think it's going to matter here as the M10s just push forwards. It's clearly not concerned of what might possibly be on the other side of the smoke because Gstar doesn't anything that's as mobile to catch up. And there go. Armored car knocked out here, great kill. My hero on the telemine seal. The M20 does it. Hasn't it done any more mines? He has not, I think. Could be proven wrong. Avoids the telemine. Oh dear. Lucky Kreuz. Less lucky Gstar. And the rest of it got guns pushing back the major, at least attempting to. Moving for the centre victory point. We've got 361 versus 487. And there goes Scott Johnson opening the Pioneer with its 75mm howitzer. Gstar could go for a shoot, but again, likely he's just going to think he's going to need to go for the Panther 4, or is he playing Tier 4? That would certainly, I think, not be super advisable. Until he called in here to make it hard to get the point. But in this case, the artillery is not particularly accurate, and Gstar doesn't get punished for parking his men right in an artillery zone. That's honestly not something he should be doing. That could have gone horrifically wrong there for Gstar with a full whack. Going for the Panther 4. Large got him in for 2 pack 40 shoots. Whiffs on the Scott. And go Ralph push back. Panther has the Scott. They're damaging the engine, keeping the crew a bit of a hard time. On the west side, we've got a big push with an infantry. We got Grenadiers, Panthers being rushed forward. Command tank is nearby. Can't rush into support there. Panther 4 halfway down there for Gstar. Mima pushing for the fuel point there. And M20, I believe, went down some of their go. Taken up by a pack gun. Wasn't the Panther first? Was it a mine? Either way, the M20 is gone. M20 is gone. Good kill there by Gstar. Thumbs up. There you go, Panther 4 ready. Grenade off, Lieutenant Radabel as command tank pursues aggressively. Got the M10s moving in there. Then he's quickly routed. Panther's moving forwards. Need to retreat those going before they get crashed here. Panther fire stop, but yeah, he just realising the Panther fires wouldn't do anything except just give the M10s a target to crash, which is obviously counterproductive. Fairly counterproductive. Panther moving forward, another strong way of Eisernes Kreuz. More Grenadiers here for Gstar. Packs on top of the infantry, got the import supporting, got Scott firing away there. Going to follow his position. Second Scott halfway done here for Kreuz. Cunila sneaking forwards. Air reconnaissance from Gstar here. Looking to suss out what Eisernes Kreuz might be out to, maybe set up a counter for it. Panther 4 pushing forwards. Pioneer spearheading the way. Smoke from here to further disrupt here Gstar's positions. Good work. M10 going up looking for what is being set up as a deep flank here. And he goes second Scott ready and engaging the Panther 4 head on with his 3-inch gun. Second M10 joining in. Panther 4 there down to half health, but there you go. Pack fine Panther 4 command tank fire returning the M10s. Dissuades Kreuz from pursuing the tank, then disengages instead. Good for Gstar. Got halfway to 82, in fact more than that on the M10, in fact 3/4 I think. Rifle Corps catching the Grenadiers here, a bit of a duel with the Grenadiers being backed by the command tank. It's going to be a bit tough here for the Rifle Corps to make that progress. There you go, command tank completely obliterates Lewis there with a shot through his stomach. 10 more Rifle Corps arriving here as they keep pushing. The Germans find their position overwhelmed as the Scots and the Riflemen unleash a torrent of death. In the fight, Gstar here makes a good move going for the fuel point there, very good. We got 350 this 152, building collapses. Gstar really needs to begin pulling in more Panzers here versus Eisernes Kreuz. He needs that glorious Panzerwaffe to shatter the Allied backs with. That kit's been forcing healing for Gstar. And certainly some Stooges would be a very good addition as well. Fixing up the M10s there. Command tank holding back. Scott's creeping forward there. Last got met here, but then before to the command tank. There goes Scott's up in the machine gun though. Both shots kind of whiffed. That's lucky there for Gstar, but the luck only lasts as long as the next volley there takes out almost the entire machine crew. And there you go. Third volley cleans it out. Puts across the Lieutenant, but taking fire from the gun leads the command tank as well. Could see, there we go. Sacrifice the Lieutenant to grab the MD-42. Either by accident or intentionally, either way, could risk losing the Lieutenant anyways. But there you go. Both Scots deploying a thick smoke screen there to assist the machine crew getting out of there. Well, to assist Lieutenant Dan there getting out of the machine gun. Of course, the rest are dead. Hey guys, we did it. We ran off with the machine gun. Guys, oh god, they're dead. Again, this is just like in Las Vegas. Grab these and fuel with the assault engineer. Scott flying away there. And these punches there. We go another Panther over Gstar. Still no Sturmgeschütz. Still no Sturmgeschütz. Reason of having the 2 Panther 4s. M10's rushing in there. Could possibly go from there. Go good hit on the command tank. Good hit. Another shot. They almost got it. Almost got it. Also bet you 2 there. About to hit that one. Shot narrowly misses. Good hit on the M10 from the Pack 40. He could technically like gone for the flanking speed to just rush in and finish them off here, but obviously he's a bit concerned though. That's it. With all the smoke he's throwing down there, I really think he should just try and make the attempt, but I don't blame him for not though. I do not blame him. Basically with regular mines in these, thumbs up there to Eisernes Kreuz. Good work. Panther ready for Gstar. Well caught with the Panther going to deal it. Almost got one wide. Panther rushing forward here for Gstar. Troops holding up here, very good, very good. Panther Force aggressively pursuing here. Still, Gstar I feel like needs to like try and get more aggressive as Eisernes Kreuz. Right now he's just like exchanging shots and like trying to hope that Eisernes Kreuz makes a mistake. But typically if you're trying to get yourself in those positions, there's a good chance you end up losing. Because then you may also just make a mistake handing the fight to the opponent. So I feel like Gstar needs to like reconsider his tactics and like try and find like something to hard counter his opponent with. Maybe he's waiting for the super close air support raid and make the push versus Kreuz. Maybe, maybe not. Meanwhile, you can see more mines here from Kreuz. Again, looking to like slow down any attack. That said, Gstar will also need some more supporting elements, in particular more infantry, or maybe a 3rd Panzer IV. We shall see. Does look like going to set up for the attack finally, but there you go, running to the Panther or the M10s first. Good shot there. Pack joining in, almost got one. Air support called in. I feel like the timing here is a bit awkward. I think the M10 will get away from that one. Yep. Typically here the terrain easily absorbs a lot of the fire from the Luftwaffe, meaning he just wasted 200 munitions without really doing much, which is not what you want to be spending 200 munitions on, at least in my perspective in most cases. Eisernes Kreuz here following up with a 3rd M10. More tank destroyer action here versus the goddamn Nazis. Panther 4 command tank striking at the front here. 3rd Panther 4 for Gstar. Keine Sturmgeschütz. But yeah, that's a lot of M10s here for Eisernes Kreuz. A lot of M10s. But yeah, he definitely went for that one too soon. Ended up wasting just a lot of munitions. M10's more or less fixed up. Looks like Kreuz can't be asked to get it fixed up fully. Panther gaining mentions 1 by slightly chewing away there at Kreuz's base. We got 316 versus 444. That said, Gstar does hold a good chunk of the map now, so it's not, of course, all bad, but we'll have to see how it holds up against those 3 M10s, depending on how well Kreuz makes use of his Scots to support them, because a good smoke screen could definitely make it a lot easier for Eisernes Kreuz to get stuck in there with the M10s and just do a lot of damage with Gstar's Panzers. And there you go, do get the smoke screen up here, nice deployment there. 2 thumbs up. Obfuscates the core here of Gstar's defense, the cornerstone. Very good play there. We got trooping rush forward. We're going to expose there to fire them from the other nearby units. Good play there again. Bomb grenade off, but easily dodged here with Eisernes Kreuz. Machine gun up the west side, Scotsman forwards there, and we got the M10 on the eastern side. Just going to try and flank up here on the east side. If he Gstar realizes this, he might be able to counter this in time, but if not, this could be a win for us as possible. But there you go. Hits the Telemine finally, but is Gstar's been able to exploit this? I mean, this is going to be great if you hadn't spent those munitions on the nuclear airport, because here, that could actually leave Kreuz in a really bad spot, but unable to then to actually finish off here. It's going to allow Kreuz to just disengage and, you know, stall out a bit and then repair. We got the Panzer on the west side, going here for Kreutz's stuff there. Okay, just moves out with the other Trump 10s while he fixes up the third one. Going for the base of the two Panther 4s, an aggressive raid here by Gstar, clearing out the machine guns possibly inside the base. No pin about machine guns, but I just realised that's a definite thumbs down there. You really want machine guns on the Panther 4s, as it does add some nice added anti-infantry damage. Really should not be taken lightly. Could go for Stug here to back up the 3 Panther 4s and command tank. I think that'd be a good idea. Meanwhile, Kreuz just keeps going for more M10s because they're really cost efficient. I mean, that's a lot of tank destroyers. That's a lot of tank destroyers. Bit of a standoff again here between Kreuz and Gstar. I mean, massive armoured force here from Kreuz. Just 4 M10s and 2 Scots. Which just highlights just how little pop cap they do require in comparison to some of the other stuff like the Sherman tanks and the M36. I mean, you get 3 M10s for like how much pop it requires for like 2 Jacksons. In terms of population, that is. Resource wise, obviously not quite as good, but there you go, engaging here. Actually, you might even just reach the same resources. Be able to get that many. Yeah, actually. You can. In fact, you might even get more. But anyways, Panther 4, they push back. The M10's really doing some serious damage here. That said, he does have Kreuz sort of confined at the moment. Kreuz has sort of been boxed in. Oh, Scheiße! He's going to hit the mine! Oh, Scheiße, the tread's been blown off! The assault is completely failing in out for Gstar with the Panther 4s. Once he's been turning into an easy target, he's going for a 4th one. The packs and the infantry is not supporting. Panther 4 down, it's turning into complete disaster for Gstar. His hand looked good, but now 1 M10 mine later, 20 mine later, he's got 1 tank in flames, the other one also burning up there, and all of a sudden he's completely outgunned. Now it might be the right time for Gstar to make the push. There goes smoke obscuring here the center of Gstar's defenses once more. Assaulting is being murdered. Back headshot's reinforcing. 2nd Panther 4 almost done, but he really needs Stugs. Oh, how badly he needs Stugs. And more infantry. Got the M10s moving about, getting ready. Scots as well, just blasting away there. 295's 416. We got air recons here from Gstar on Eisernes Cross positions. Command tank getting ready to 2-pack 4 landing nice hit. Their target weak point load up. Very nice. We can land the shot. There we go. Almost got it. But once more finds himself unable to finish off the unit by the looks of it. Once more lying here. Kreuz to get away with his tank destroyer. Yeah, so far he's taking out 2 Panther 4s without losing a single tank destroyer. That's pretty good for Kreuz and the Americans. That's pretty good. Panther 4 being absolutely bombarded here by the 2 M10s that just unleash a torrent of death. And again, using the smoke to negate any support from the center there. Really beautiful use of smoke here by Eisernes Kreuz. 2 thumbs up. Excellent play there. Excellent place. And there we go. Another Panther 4 down. Pack gets a shot through there. M10 heavily damaged, but disengages and uses that to commit more M10s when he needs to. Panther 4 going for it, but there's just another M10 instead. Not the one that's heavily damaged. Public smoke disengaging. But Gstar's forces are being whittled down here in a armoured battle of attrition, which we typically don't get to see. Shot bounces there from the M10. A bit of luck here for Gstar for once. A bit of luck. Almost got the machine gun there. Got 295s of 398. Got the white. Kreuz, I feel like could try and get a bit more aggressive here, but it seems like he's quite content with just waiting for Gstar to make mistakes and then punish him for them. Scott's flying away there. Finally going for the Stug. finally, but I feel like this could end up being a bit too late now for Gstar now. Kreuz just has so many M10s, he's going to need a lot more Stooks. The problem is he doesn't have a lot of resources to keep going for more Stooks easily, so he could find himself severely outgunned. Since again, I want to stress, M10s cost less fuel to get than a Stook. You really need a lot of Stooks to match them head on. Oh wait, going for Stooks is a start, but he's going to need a lot of them to survive this. He's going to need quite a few of them.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Machine caught here by the Grenadiers. Scott returning the favour though. Well, Scots, plural. Stug almost done. Got the gun. Engaged mit 2 Raubscorps in there. Go Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung gegeneffektsbereit. Scott from behind the Grenadiers with their 75 mm howitzers. M10 rushing forwards. Forcing retreat there. We've got to push for the centre victory point. Looks like we're going to push westwards. We're going to push into the cemetery easily. I mean, right now Gstar does not enough forces to defend like most of he's currently holding. Light machine gun drops, going to get wiped. M10 pushing forwards, going for the Panther 4 there. Stug moving west. Oh, it's just stuck in the base. It seems like he's forgotten about it already. Pack finding this through the hedges. Good hit on the M10. Here's some ground the LMG-42. Very good. 295 to 379. Nice shot there on the advancing Raubscorps by the command tank. Popping smoke here. 10 setting out. Straight into the flying fire of the Pack 40. Command tank being engaged. Grenade off on the Pack 40. And wipes the crew. Another Pack 40 almost done there on the way. But at this point, his force is just being demolished. Like he's just flailing about. His Eisernes Kreuz just keeps delivering blow after blow, shattering Gstar piece by piece. And there you go, wipes the ace punch gunners over the Scots. He's barely got any troops left now, and he's just severely outnumbered on the armoured front as well, just for the sheer number of M10 tank destroyers. Plus the Scots. And the Stooge is just way too late to the party. Again, he's going to need multiples of them.
Alright, fellas, vehicle ready. Crew set. What is this goddamn armor ready.
279 versus 379. Fixing up the Panther 4. Sneaking in the infantry. M10's fixed up on the right flank as well. Going for the Western victory point. We got 274 to 379. Decrewing all of them. Is he planning to go for more stuff? Guess he is. Nope, cruise them again. Montage going with Eisernes Kreuz. Got 268 versus 379. And there go M10's on the move. Looks like this might be it. He's going for the killing blow here. The final strike. We do have one Stook close heads about ready here for Gstar, but will have matched there. Go M10 Justin forward. Could even use the blitz ability wants to. We get artillery on the Pack 40. It's very good. Stook there simply again on its own, just being quickly outmaneuvered. The sheer numbers. And he's in fact, I think, blitzing with some of these students. No, they're just especially free. And there go artillery front. Doesn't hit anything. Kind of whiff there. Stook getting some hits in, but just not enough. This again, just not enough firepower there. And the Packs are just being completely outmaneuvered here as well. Air support raining down some death on the M10s, but there we go. Gstar has been crushed by the sheer numbers of Eisernes Kreuz and the American war machine. So there you go. GG, game over. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. Hope it gave some ideas for your matches. If it did, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that. And of course, do consider pledging on Patreon or donating. Links in the video description. This is Imperial Links in Tears. Thank you for watching. I'm sure tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.